A conditioned trotting event. The purse $7,000 for race number 1. Number 1, Courts in Session. Owned by Alice Spila, driven by Bob Tisbert. Number 2 is Southwind Surge. Owned by the DeStefano and Son stable, driven by Joe DeStefano. Number 3, Never Die. Owned by Mike Graham, Stephen Wilson, and Mike Cushing, the driver Ron Cushing. Number 4, The Rave. Owned by Jim Hardy and Jolene Andrews, driven by Jim Hardy. Father Dunn, number 5. Owned by Vartan Krikorian, driven by Kevin Switzer Jr. Number 6, Wanna Hall. Owned by Terrence McGee, Bruce Ranger driving. And number 7, Happy Hooligan. Owned by Natalie Machad, Nick Raffam in the sulky. Called for the horses. The trotters are making their way back to the starting gate. And they're off. Off stride goes Father Dunn. Father Dunn is off stride at the back of the pack. There goes the Rave out for the lead. Down inside, Southwind Surge. Never Die has dropped in third. Up on the outside, 3 wide, Happy Hooligan. From between horses, Wanna Hall. Followed up by Courts in Session. Way back, trailing the field, still off stride. It's Father Dunn. Paddock turned the first time. Off stride goes the Rave. The Rave has gone off stride. It's now Southwind Surge on top by a length. Quarter time goes in 27-2. They're in the stretch for the first time. Also off stride goes Courts in Session. Courts in Session is on a break. And Joe DeStefano has Southwind Surge on top by a length. Never Die right there in second. Wanna Hall racing third, followed by Happy Hooligan. On the outside, off stride, Courts in Session. Back trotting, it's the Rave. Entry on the field also back on the trot. It's Father Dunn. They swing around the clubhouse turn. Southwind Surge at 7-1. Leads it by a length. Never Die tracking in second. They're halfway home in 58 seconds flat. They straighten out down the backstretch. Southwind Surge on top by a length. Never Die is second. On the march on the outside, here comes Happy Hooligan. Happy Hooligan moving up on the outside. Racing in third towards the inside. Wanna Hall is fourth. They run the far turn. There goes Never Die moving up on the outside. Southwind Surge battles back towards the inside. Happy Hooligan poised on the outside, racing third. 3/4 here in 1:27-1. They run the final turn, battling back towards the inside. Southwind Surge, Never Die right there on the outside. Those two stride for stride. Happy Hooligan trying to close the gap on the outside, racing third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Battle up front towards the inside. Southwind Surge, Never Die on the outside, and it's Never Die on the outside who draws clear. Up the pylons, here comes Wanna Hall. Far outside, Happy Hooligan. Deep stretch. It will be Never Die in front. Time for the mile, 1:57-1. Gelding by Credit Winner. Added with sprinkles by Angus Hall. Owned by Mike Graham, Stephen Wilson, and Mike Cushing. Trained by Mike Cushing and driven to victory by Ron Cushing. Never Die trotting the mile in 1:57-1. And it does involve number 6, Wanna Hall, for a possible pylon violation. Second race, a condition event is with a warning. Owned by Ray Campbell Jr., driven by Nick Raffam. Number 2, 2 Scoops for Jack. Owned by Eric Dixon, driven by Kevin Switzer Jr. Number 3 is Doggone Tricky. Owned by Roger Aventos, driven by Mike Stevenson. Number 4, RFL Supersonic. Owned by T-Bone Hardy, Vaca, and Andrews, the driver Jim Hardy. Origin Story number 5. Owned by the KR Breeding Stable, driven by Bruce Ranger. Number 6, Creation. Owned by Michael Andrew, driven by Ivan Davies. Number 7 is Emma Jean Jellybean. Owned by Nelson DePompo Jr., Graham Smith, and DePompo. Stephen Wilson driving, and number 8, Barmaid Express. Owned by Linda and Robert Kennedy. Drew Campbell in the sulky. Less than 1 minute. The starter has called for the horses. Gate moves on to the backstretch. Second race trotters in behind the gate. And they're off. Mid-pack, there goes Origin Story quickly out for the lead. Also on the move, it's Creation down inside. 2 scoops for Jack. Gap of 2 lengths to RFL Supersonic. Has dropped in racing in 4th. Emma Jean Jellybean on the outside, followed by Barmaid Express. Gap of 1.5 lengths to With a Warning. And true on the field, it's Doggone Tricky. Paddock turned the first time, driving up on the outside. Here comes Creation. Creation on the outside takes command as they trot by the opening quarter in 27 seconds flat. They're in the stretch for the first time. And Ivan Davies has Meadowlands Invader. Creation showing the way. Moving up on the outside, here comes Origin Story. 2 scoops for Jack right there in third. Followed by RFL Supersonic, saving ground at the pylons in 4th. Gap of 2 lengths, Emma Jean Jellybean. Next to line, Barmaid Express. With a Warning, and on the field, a sluggish Doggone Tricky. They're halfway home in 56 and 4. They straighten out down the backstretch. Back on top, Origin Story. Bruce Ranger has Origin Story on the front end. Creation right there. Racing in second, moving up on the outside. Here comes Emma Jean Jellybean on the march from third. Locked in towards the inside. 2 scoops for Jack, racing in 4th. As they round the far turn, Origin Story has opened up a 2-length lead. Creation towards the inside. Emma Jean Jellybean on the rim. Those two heads apart, second and third. 3/4 here in 1:26 and 1. They're on the final turn. Origin Story strides out to a 4-length lead. 2 scoops for Jack on the outside. Up on the outside, Emma Jean Jellybean. Down inside, it's Creation. They're homeward bound, and they're all chasing Origin Story, who is long gone. Battle for second. Emma Jean Jellybean towards the inside, followed by 2 scoops for Jack. Deep stretch. Origin Story in front and going away. Emma Jean Jellybean was second. 2 scoops for Jack was third. Time for Story. A 3-year-old bay filly by Wolner. Out of high score, Kemp by Muscles Yankee.